All right, Leos, welcome to your weekly Sidereal Astrology forecast for January 18th through the 24th of 2016. My name is Athen, and this is for Sidereal Astrology, very different from mainstream astrology, which if you're new to the channel, you'll want to check the description down below because the signs are different. All right, Leo, so this week we've got a lot going on astrologically. It all starts here on Monday. As you can see here in the transit graph, we've got Mars trining up to Neptune, which is quite easy going. And this is specifically involving your financial material aspects of things, which I think you have been more motivated towards over these past couple months. So there is support here. There's some easygoingness around those, as well as with maybe your home and family stuff could be quite nice. Maybe with your health, and also the adventurous spirits of life could be quite easy going with this. Now also on Monday, Venus does square up to Jupiter and the North Node, who are making their way into your first house. So with this, you can enjoy the expansive views. You know, Jupiter's been in your first house. It's all about these opportunities for you to express yourself, to expand your horizons, maybe learn more about philosophy or whatever it's been, and really see where there's opportunities in life, because the North Node is shifting into your sign for the next 2 years. And this is all about you, your goals, you know, leaving your footprint on the earth, if you will, and pursuing those things that are important to you. So you could enjoy a lot of this self-assertiveness perhaps this early part of the week, maybe even pursuing some of your goals in life. And this is all about, I think, you enjoying the home and family stuff, which has been Venus in your fourth house these past few weeks. She is going to be shifting into your fifth at the end of the week, but up until that point, I think here, especially around Monday, you can enjoy health, home, family, and your roots in life. So now here on Tuesday, Mercury does sextile up to Chiron, and this is all about healing, and for you specifically involving those financial material things perhaps right now, which is all in reflection. It's all going through this rehashing or redoing with Mercury retrograde, and maybe even healing in regards to your ideals, since Mercury does rule your 11th house, maybe even with organizational stuff. So those areas I just mentioned are going to be very significant this week, because Mercury is going to be squaring up to Uranus and then going over that Pluto here on Friday, and then also next week. So a lot of transformations are happening with Mercury. For you, again, it's the areas of your financial material values in life, as well as the groups, organizations, and your ideals, if you're a part of anything like that. So it's very important to be open to change here and to be malleable with this retrograde. And here on Tuesday, you could be feeling quite healed with this. Now, this is all happening in your fifth house, which is about self-expression, about your interests, your passions, which are all changing right now at the moment. And again, just like with those, it's important for you to be open to change with the way you express yourself and with your interests, which are all going through this reflective process. So on Wednesdays, when we have Venus squaring up to Uranus, so keeping everything nice and grounded here this day, we could be feeling quite stimulated. Maybe there's something calling you to really free up your life to enjoy those deeper connections or deeper aspects of life in general. So it's great to listen to. There's something there, but it's all, you know, it's all about balance. It's all about integration and how you can bring in that freedom to have that truth and that openness and vulnerability perhaps in your self-expression and in those things that you might be rehashing or redoing right now at the moment. Now on Thursday, your ruler, the sun, does shift into your sixth house. So where I think there has been a lot of focus for you to, again, create, express, maybe follow some of those interests for about the past month, the sun is now shifting into your sixth house of routine, of diet, of health, of taking care of the work environment. And this is going to be a new stage for you next week when we have the new moon here. So definite shift here, and I think it's an excellent second half of the week to do that self-improvement and whatever it is that is needs to be taken care of on that daily level. Now on Friday, that's when Mercury goes over Pluto. So again, being open to change with the self-expression, with the financial material stuff, and with the ideals and groups. Now this is all about our perspective, you know, because that's the number one thing that changes first. So any old ideas, any old concepts, any old notions about these things, and again, just really being open to change can solidify what will be and what will continue to be new beginnings around those areas for you. But it's all about eliminating the old to make way for the new here. Now on Saturday, we do have a full moon in Cancer, which is your 12th house. So it is a time of now illumination around your your spiritual self. What's really deep. What's really about having more peace and presence and meaning in your life in general. Faith and trust, these kinds of things. So an excellent weekend to get that alone time, that reflective time, and intuitive approach to taking action, because this full moon is going to be squaring up to Mars in that second house. And there are some things here that are being illuminated about the psyche, about the deeper aspects of self, which can support these actions, I would say specifically around you cultivating those values in your life. So in general, reflecting on the importance of surrendering to a divine process, to understanding that there are things larger than self, and in that way it will support the other areas in general. It could also be that you're culminating anything you have been involved with over the past 6 months around spirituality. Now also on Saturday, that's when we had this infamous Jupiter North Node conjunction, which is a very significant aspect, and this has been within 1 degree for the past couple weeks. So it all sort of culminates here at the weekend. And for you, again, it's about this awareness, this insight about who you are, what you want, what your goals are. And a lot of this insight can be very supportive here over the weekend. Could be some new opportunities, perhaps in some sense. But since Jupiter is retrograde, it's still very reflective. And it's good to, again, be malleable with your goals, change things up, and see things in a new light. Now, also, to top off the weekend, we do have Venus going into Sagittarius. So there is that shift where I think things are transforming with your self-expression and creativity that now you can enjoy a little bit more of. Now, it's still going to be transformative next week, but Venus here can tend to lighten things up. And I think you can see the beauty of your interests and of creating things and really expressing who you are into the world. All right, Leo, so hope you guys have a great week. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.